Hey guys, I'm back with part 5 of Let's Play Fatal Frame 3, and according to the walkthrough, we're on hour 4, even though this is the 6th night that Ray is going to sleep. So, I'm not sure what that's about. Hours and nights are distinct from one another in this game, but okay. I just now noticed that the walkthrough is separated by hours, and 1 hour doesn't necessarily pass with each night. Anyway, I think we're doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be playing as Miku next, if I recall correctly. I knew it happened eventually. You get to play at least, a few times as Miku and Kei. And honestly, do they need to do this cutscene every single time? I mean, I know that slightly different stuff is happening each night you fall asleep, but it's basically the same thing, scary faces flashing every now and then making garbled sounds while the, person of interest who you're playing as is just staring dully at the house. Should I go in? And wow, this looks very familiar.
Again. I thought I wasn't going to have it anymore.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, Miku has been having dreams of the same house that she stumbled into during the first game. Still hasn't left her nightmares yet, so here we are back again. Yeah, I just now noticed that this game is separated by what's called hours. I guess just, it's another name for chapter. Oh boy. And the mansion was called, from Fatal Frame 1, it was called Himuro Mansion. I couldn't even remember that. It's a little bit disappointing, actually. I would kind of like to continue exploring, the manner of sleep more, but whatever. That's the door that you put the mask on. Same old giant hole in the floor, which you don't know how far down that goes. Doesn't look like there's any items, so... And a rope hallway. Okay, really? Miku's gonna find the camera obscura in the exact same place? Really, is it necessary for her to go through this again? I guess the game developers at Tecmo, why did I say Konami? Just thought, why yes. Yes, she does. And here we have the great hallway with the, nothing in it but partitions all the way across. This is like the size of a small basketball court. Who builds a room like this? Can she even? Oh, okay. Normally, survival horror protagonists are, hindered by just that much wreckage, or not much more than that, standing in the middle of a walkway. Usually they're like, I can't clear this away with my hands, or I can't step over this. I might, stab myself. Wonder what kind of ghost is going to jump out. So far, nothing. Okay, and here the door is locked this time. I don't remember where it leads exactly, but I don't think it was ever locked in Fatal Frame 1. So we're going to have to go back. And, Let's see, make sure I'm not missing any more items. Because the camera insists that, you can't just... Who's that? Ah! It's the meat cleaver guy. Did I get him in time? Oh, I thought it was only a shutter chance. That's why I didn't aim for a fatal frame. Well, as long as you're on the up and up, these guys aren't too hard, I guess. I gotta admit, that's the creepiest ghost we have met yet in this game. Just their homicidal tendency. It's like they're not tortured or anything, just... It's like they just, even in death, they live to just kill people. So, Miku Hinasaki has a special ability. Effect 1, slow a ghost's movements. By pressing the circle button and using Sacred Stone, you slow the movement of ghosts. Since the ghost moves more slowly, it is easier to dodge attacks or aim in shutter chance or fatal frame. You cannot use the Sacred Stone if the Sacred Stone meter drops to 0. If Miku damages a ghost or receives damage, the Sacred Stone meter replenishes. Okay. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I don't believe that Miku and Kei have the same camera obscura exactly as, although, luckily, some things are upgraded at least one level or so for me. That's cool. Kind of convenient. Let's get the range going. I like to keep it balanced. I don't rely too much on one stat. Max value don't mean a thing if, your range is next to nothing, because you'll have to wait for every single ghost to get up in your face, and, it's likely they can get their attack on you first before you'll get a shot off. Okay, so walkthrough's telling me to go back to the... Bleh. I guess it does make sense. Okay, what was that? A rope just swung in Miku's face like she wasn't expecting that. But yeah, the walkthrough's telling me to go back to the foyer. I don't know, I don't have a problem with the fact that the camera obscura is different for every character, every playable character. I mean, it does make sense, I guess. Let's see, there's something blue going on up in here. Right here. I'll be honest, I don't know where that is. I don't even remember picking that up. Well, I'm glad I checked the door. I must have gotten it from the crazy meat cleaver guy. Oh, wait a minute. This is different. This is a different layout, I believe. I don't remember going into this weird aquarium room in the first game, like right after you go through the first mask door in the foyer. The map has definitely changed. And something's here. Oh god, the floating woman. I don't know, she's kind of hard to hit. Because of the way she just, floats up at you as she attacks. So you gotta... Yeah, you gotta, move your camera along with her. Oh! I've been had. I have no sense of timelines in survival horror games, so I have no idea. Even though I'm pretty sure it's been said, you know, at least somewhat clearly already. I have no idea, like, what is the amount of time that's taken place between this game and the first one. So, like, how much older is Miku? How long has it been since, you know, she had that, left her brother behind at that mansion and everything? You know, do I need to do this fight? There she is. I don't seem to be hitting her. You're an aggressive one, aren't you? Okay, let's take a gander at what we're supposed to do here. Oh, I have to defeat her for the stone that goes into this puzzle. Damn it. Hi. You know, let's just at least try to do damage. There we go. I know I save on the charge gauge. I don't have to reset it as long as I keep my camera, you know, up and ready, but it's hard to follow along with a, you know, in Finder mode on this ghost. Okay, I know I got her that time. Whoops, too soon. Either that or it was just a shutter chance. There we go. Good, she didn't have that much HP. Something on the floor where the ghost of the long-haired woman was. What if it fell in the water, you know? And how do ghosts carry, you know, physical items on their person? I need, that's just a question I need answered. Maybe it's kind of obsessive compulsive of me, but okay. And that goes there. That's there. Wait a minute. Whoops. I forgot there's only only the connections between stones that are lighted up. Those are the only places where you can actually move stones. So the two blacked out lines, I can't move a stone, you know, between them or over them. And I think I've screwed this up. Let us try that again. Well, crap. Okay, if I move this here first, I can move it southeast to its proper place next time. And that solves the problem of getting the bottom stone up there. Now, gotta move this? Okay, yeah, I think I got it. And I didn't even use the walkthrough for that one. Yep, again, the layout is different for some reason. I mean, it's Miku's dream, not her really being in the house, so I suppose, you know, we don't need that consistency right there. Who we got in here? Who's that? Well, she's sticking around instead of disappearing like they usually do. Is she looking right at me? Just please don't turn your head. Please don't follow. Yeah, okay, she's still looking the other way. Good. Now, do I go inside and disturb her? She's gone. Crimson Diary, been missing ya. Snow is falling. It's a quiet night. This could be the last snow of the 10 years of changing seasons I have watched from this window. As I watch the snow, I get the feeling that something has passed. Finally, I have severed all of my attachments. Well, that's depressing. I'll give my body over to the ropes and seal the gates. Kizuna Himuro. That wasn't the chick from the first game, was it? I thought her name was Kyrie. Okay, now, so proceeding on through... come to think, where did I... Oh, that's back out the other way. Who creates doors of that size where you gotta, you know, bend over almost 90 degrees just to walk through them? Okay, here we are. Okay, so apparently I'm about to be attacked by the rogue priestess. To tell you the truth, I don't know why we're still on the whole thing with the rope strangling ritual. I mean, that was from the first game, so... like, it's totally different this time. You know, little girls stake you to the ground and stuff by your hands and feet. Yeah, take a peek under there. That's the smart thing to do. It's so quiet right now, you can just hear Lorraine from Mad TV do her cough. Oh, that was a little unexpected. You know, at first I would want to, I feel inclined to make fun of Miku for being kind of like a, you know, whimpering, the sort of scream queen in these games, but come on, you really can't blame her. She's not like, you know, this super ghost-slaying heroine or anything. She's a pretty normal girl. Ugh. Good lord. She just waving her hands at me, just flailing. Did I get her already? Oh, no. I don't remember if this is the way the rope priestess attacked, you know, at the end of Fatal Frame 1. Ah! Stop it! Do not crucify me. Very bad manners, this lady. Honestly, I don't know why that really did damage to her, though, unless it just scares the crap out of Miku. I mean, it doesn't look like she was stretching me or anything, but maybe she was, I don't know. But if it was enough to hurt, then she's pretty strong for a ghost, I'd say. Well, things were going well until she just started, you know, moving around. That's when I start having trouble, you know. Too far away. Okay, just stay in line here. Oh, whoa! Thought that would knock her back. Backfell Demon of the Night. And that unlocked a door somewhere. Tell you the truth, I don't know where though. Maybe this door that goes on ahead? This is one of the... oh.
Mafuyu.
You know what? That's probably a smart idea. Okay, so the layout is obviously the same from here on out to the end of, you know, where you ended the first game, I guess, because she said Mafuyu was that way. And like a smart person, she did not proceed. I mean, you were kind of lucky to escape that whole ordeal once, so you don't want to chance it. Well, except by the rules of, you know, survival horror movies where, you know, if you manage to survive the first two, you know, movies, then you sort of kind of like circle around infinity or something and come to this state where you can't be killed. So no matter how many movies you return for after that, you'll be fine. You'll always be one of the last people to survive. Now, where to go? Okay, well. Maybe this goes back out? Oh, yeah, that's right. There was a sealed door.
Over here.
Except that little girl pointed me back this way for something. Well, I guess it's relatively harmless rather than, you know, at least in comparison to proceeding all the way to the end where Kyrie and Mafuyu decide to seal themselves forever. Oh, whoops. When the red flash came up, I thought it was an aggressive ghost, so I didn't shoot, you know, the camera instantly. It looks like we can open this door now. Now, what have we got here? Oop. Gotcha. Now, wait a minute. Is this back in the Manor of Sleep now? Are they like the same? Yeah? I know I was here the previous night with Ray. So, what the heck? That doesn't really make sense. This house is like somehow connected to Himuro Mansion, Manor of Sleep. Yeah, they're somehow together. Like, well, again, this is a dream, so I guess it's not totally necessary. What's Miku looking at? Nothing, I guess. Okay, so the walkthrough's telling me there's some Type 14 film back here. Thought I saw something glowing there. Okay. And there's also a something else. Small opening near the wall. Oh yeah, that was what Ray saw the night before with the hand in the hole, whatever that was. And it was like some kind of grate at the bottom of the wall that a hand could just barely slide through. Whoops. Looks like I missed it. Oh well, screw it. Probably has no story behind it anyway. Now back to the other door at this end. something here. Okay, so there's herbal medicine around here somewhere. I believe there's a ghost in the middle, and I don't want to walk too close and scare her off, possibly. So I'm going to have to read the walkthrough slowly as I do this. Go up the stairs to the second floor. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, guys. It's kind of ruins the LP in a way to be looking at a walkthrough to, you know, chug along here. But like I said, even though I like this game, I just somehow never remember, like, you know, hardly anything that happens, what to do next. And I'm certainly not too good at ghost bashing. I'm more of a, you know, crazy, deformed, hellish, you know, monster kind of slayer, like in Dead Space. And Resident Evil 4 when I played it all the time, back at the time. Okay, I'm doing this slow because I know there's... supposedly there's... Huh. So you're near the steps that go down. Okay, it says that there's a girl at the door that will appear in front of the door as you go near the steps that go down. I don't see any steps up here. I mean, I came up some steps just now, but... Okay, where the heck am I, actually? Library. Then what is this down here? Blind room. Are there other steps that go up to the second floor somewhere in this room? I don't suppose there's a ghost in the middle here after all, behind these curtains, but I see something glowing back there and I kind of want it. At least I thought I did. Yep, there it is right there. And yet I just can't seem to step through. Okay, back up the stairs over here. If I miss the ghost, just, well, whatever. And just random books up here. Local gods. Who needs them? Yeah, the god of this village of, you know, 15 people. Okay, so apparently I can move this thingy out of the way. Or maybe not? Well... Walkthrough's being a little bit muddy here. Either that or I'm just being an idiot missing something obvious. Come on, move. Move it. I guess Miku's not that strong. She does look rather fragile. Okay, well I must be in the right room because, you know... Oh, here we go. There were stairs leading down right here. Okay, well, for some reason, the way the walkthrough worded it was like I had to go upstairs first to the, to the upper floor, that little bitty library, and it made it, then it said, immediately, you know, take a picture of the girl that, appears at the door at the bottom of the steps that go down. So I just kind of thought the steps that go down were up there, but yeah, well, anyway. Okay, and here's another shot I can snap of the caged woman. Oh, good, they gave me 2,000 points. Sweet.
Save the two.
Good thing I didn't. Apparently, if I walked all the way into the room, then, she would have disappeared. Wait, that was Ray's dream, not Miku's? Okay. Well, maybe they wanted to have a sense of decency here, not show Miku waking up in, like, a rather revealing nightgown. Psh, I wouldn't have minded. Yeah, okay. Ray's saying it right here. Was that Miku's dream? Seems Miku is having that same dream too. Yeah, it sucks. Now you're both cursed. So, let's get a summary of what's happened last night. Human columns. Oh, well, that was from the night before. Never mind. Mounted graves in the courtyard inside the manor. In the ruins of an old castle, the bones of people thought to have worked on the construction were found under a mound. Shrine carpenters were buried alive as sacrifices. Did the same thing happen there, too? Location. The abandoned house. Miku tells me the house I went to is famous for being haunted. They say it's a place where people can meet the dead, and that the dead lure people into the other world. The words have stayed in my mind. What if you really is there inside that manor calling me out? What will I do? Oh, so the house that's responsible for luring live people into the world of the dead was actually the house that Ray was taking photographs of at the very beginning of the game and not the Manor of Sleep? Or is the abandoned house somehow connected to the Manor of Sleep too? Like, geographically. Human-shaped stains. Sacred rope was hung along the narrow corridor behind the door where I heard the moaning, and the walls were covered in black human-shaped stains. Well, actually, I know that already. Why did I... Slimmer stain left behind after Yoshi and Takagawa went missing. I read in one of the papers about mummified bodies being discovered behind the same kinds of stain. The rope house. The house in Miku's dream is different from the one I've been seeing. Okay, well good, the game established that. The corridors hung with rope, the blood altar, the woman being torn apart. Miku has a memory of these things, and the place somehow connected to Miku is the place somehow connected to Miku and her memories of her brother. Play the first game and you'll find out, Ray. She too wanders the house in her dreams looking for Mifuyu, her brother. She's always so cheerful and strong. What happened to her in the past? Is she still wounded by what happened, just like me? Well, that's basically the whole gist of... That's kind of the lot of heroines of Fatal Frame. They, suffer some kind of great loss. And they live a life of, self-loathing and all this other stuff. And pay the price by having to survive a world of, angry spirits and, jump scares and all that as a consequence. Begging for help. The girl who called Miku back when she tried to leave her dream. Your brother's here, she said in a sad, mournful voice. Don't listen to her, Miku. Don't listen to her. If you just lit through this game, you're guaranteed to survive every Fatal Frame game that gets made after. If another one ever gets made. Kind of hope it does. I mean, I see no reason to let this be the last. Okay, so let's get back to all the stuff that goes on in the real world. Apparently there is a letter from Kay waiting for us downstairs. Another one. When is Ray going to call him up and tell him that he's sending letters to a dead person? You cannot respond. It's just common courtesy, Ray. I mean, come on. Well, okay, well, just in case we miss something there by not seeing her immediately, let's go visit Miku. Maybe she has something new to say. Yeah, there she is.
Miku? Ray, I'm sorry. I don't feel so well. I couldn't sleep.
There's the cat. Okay, so Miku's not feeling very well right now, and I can see why, but hey, tough it out like Ray if you're getting, the weird purple bruise spreading along your body, too. Oh, well, I thought that was a book on the desk for me to read. Well, you just rest up here for the day, and I'll take care of all the housework and all that mess. It's about time you did something around the house, Ray. Jeez. What's this? Okay, so Miku brought in the next letter from Kay. Dear you, have you listened to the 3 tapes I sent before? I'd like you to listen to them before you read the rest. Maybe you won't believe it, but I've had the manner of sleep dream. Uh-oh. First I thought I was just thinking about the manor too much, but after listening to those tapes and to Mio, I was trying to say Miku and Mio at the same time. I'm displaying the same symptoms. In the dream, I'm in a snowy manor. I don't remember it well, but it resembles the house I got the camera obscura from. I get a bad sense from the manor, just like the testimonies. The only difference is I was pursuing Mio in the manor, and Mio wasn't dead. Well, I hope not. If the urban legend of the manor of sleep is true, and I can wake Mio from her dream, maybe I can save her. Even if it makes little sense, I feel I'm getting closer to the truth. Regards, Kei Amakura. And apparently there's more cassettes in the... Okay, so back up to use room. I don't know why, but the graphics of this game sort of, I don't know what it is. The house in here sort of reminds me of just basically the general graphics and stuff from the Ring Terror's Realm, which I think was some really crappy game on the Dreamcast or something. Well, anyway, I know that game because the Spoonie One did a review of that a few months ago, and boy, does it look like it sucks. Okay, so new books on Kay's shelf. I don't know why I absentmindedly went to the bookshelf to look for the tapes that, Kay brought to you, but whatever. The Spirit World. The device shown here was left by Kunihiko Aso. That's a weird name. He used it to substantiate the existence of and communication with the spirit world. He was a brilliant scientist and philosopher, and by appropriating Western culture in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, he combined new technology with his theory on the spirit world to prove its existence. It is said a few of his devices were able to capture an unbelievable existence from the spirit world, but posthumously, from that singular beginning. But posthumously, from that singular beginning, his devices became a fashion item among don't know that word, and were scattered about the country. One such device is this projector. Having completed the experimental stage of the camera obscura, a camera that photographs the other world, see above, he created a screen upon which to project the special images captured on the film. The records say that images were projected that could not be seen when they were photographed. The art of projecting the spirit world to your file. So I guess I'm really skilled in that by now, just by reading about it. I don't even know what it is. Let's see. Any more books? No. What have we got here? Tapes on this shelf? Letter from K5. I guess it's just the 5th letter I discovered, not like the 5th letter he wrote, chronologically. Otherwise, this shouldn't be here. Dear you, I got a tape on the manner of sleep urban legend from a source at the hospital. A psychiatrist had recorded the medical condition of a patient. There was a lot of background noise as it was originally recorded on a gramophone, but the content is great. It's not quite anthropology, but I think you'll be interested too. It's a lot to ask, but I'd like you to find out about legends or cases of missing people similar to this one. I'm still curious as to whether this was like, K's and U's and Mafuyu's occupation, or whether this was something they did on the side, because it kind of sounds like they, spend an unnatural amount of time on it. Did they actually hold down like a full-time job at the same time? And you had like, enough time to still pay attention to his fiance and all that? Okay, so looks like we can also go to Miku's room and she'll give us a photo of Kay. Don't know what she's doing with that. I could make a dirty joke about that, I suppose, but yeah, that's tasteless. Shouldn't be all that strange to you, Miku. I mean, you kind of gotten the gist of what's been going down already for the past 5 nights. Letter came for you this morning. I left it in the kitchen. Okay. Already got that. And photo of Kay. Oh, Miku found it looking through Mafuyu's albums. My brother worked on the same editing team as you for a while. I thought there might be a photo of him left over from those days. Well, that was just for the heck of it. It's not like that photo's gonna be necessary later for anything, I'm sure. Okay, now, before we listen to the tapes and probably call an end to this episode, because I'm pretty sure the next night is going to be, kind of make us go over the hour mark, there is something I can grab down here in the altar room. Not that I personally agree with it. I mean, I don't believe in that, but I guess it is kind of nice in the way how the Japanese honor the dead and everything. Loved ones who passed on, but I guess I'd be a little more comfortable with it if it weren't like in this state of worship, kind of. I mean, after all, they were just human like you. Now, oh, that's the buzzer on my headset telling me that my microphone is about to go out soon, so we need to hurry this up. Film unknown. Wonder if I can play that on the projector. In your dream world. Okay. Fair enough. I guess I'll have to wait for the next time we play as Ray, though. Oh, I'm about to head to the front door. Yeah, let's not walk out in public dressed like that. Okay, the radio's over here, SK. I mean, don't forget the layout of the main protagonist's room, okay? So, Manner of Sleep A, we've already read that, and now Manner of Sleep B.
Yes, that's me.
Oh, good subtitles.
Yes. Yes, my name is Sarazawa. It's the same manor. It's a big and quiet manor. It was a very cold night. It was snowing, and then the roof collapsed, and the snow started coming in. A song? It sounds like some sort of a nursemaid song. The child kept stabbing at the doll. When I came to, it always hurt. There was always pain.
She was pretending she was stabbing you.
Can't you see it? Look, it's right here. It's true. It kept spreading.
What was that? Did y'all hear that? Oh god, that creeped me out. I'm not sure if that was part of the tape or... like, to actually hear it from somewhere in my, surroundings. I don't know if y'all heard that, but in the middle of all that talking towards the end, I just heard somebody, it sounded like a girl just kind of breathe out like, huh? Oh, jeez. Like, I'm scaring myself in this game? Okay, last tape.
Huh? How many times do I have to explain it? It was a manor, and it was snowing. There was blood. Lots of people that collapsed all over. In the hallway, in the rooms, everywhere.
It was a massacre.
Yes, it was a man in white clothes, but he had no face. There was a hatchet and blood on the walls.
Oh yeah, the crazy dude in white with the meat cleaver.
So far. Lots of hands came out of the walls. But when I came to, somehow I was the one chasing the man. That's right. That woman, yesterday she touched me. It was painfully cold.
I know, it's called death.
When I woke up, my body was like ice. This tattoo.
Yeah, and that's a hint at the, incredibly obnoxious pains I'm going to have to endure for the final battle. I remember it now. Like, the woman I'm fighting, she, has an automatic death touch, and it's much, much harder to avoid for me than it was for the Rope Man or Kyrie. So, yeah, I got that to look forward to. Okay, guys, well, that's it for this night and as well as this episode. So I will see y'all next time in part 6. Please stay tuned.